Gotta take a seat, gotta let me breathe. Come on. You know it's no use trying to write what feels so wrong. I've been making do with silence. You've been hopping cities all the time. Who knows where you're hiding? Gotta say, this feels like the end.
All right, here is a free plugin from Waves for Black Friday 2020. To get it for free, head right over here. Of course, link will be in the description below. This is only free for a limited time, again, for Black Friday 2020. Not really sure when it's not going to be free anymore, so go ahead and pause the video now. Head over here and get it for free, then come back to the video if you want to see how it actually works. So this is a combination of a slap delay and a plate reverb. So here on the slap side, let's go ahead, we'll just mute the reverb for now. Head over here to the slap side. So we can choose our IPS setting or our variable speed oscillator setting, and that will also set our delay setting there just by selecting it. It also loads like an EQ curve as well.
Gotta take a seat, gotta let me
We jack it up here, pull up our wet so we can really hear this here.
Gotta take a seat, gotta let me breathe.
Change the IPS.
Gotta take a seat, gotta let me breathe.
Now, of course, you can dial in whatever delay settings you want up here.
Gotta take a seat, gotta take a seat, gotta come on. You know it's not.
We have a sync down here, turn that on or off. Have that sync to, whatever you want to say. Quarter notes here.
Gotta take a seat, gotta let me breathe. Come on. You know it's no use trying to write what feels so wrong.
Then you have your feedback, so really low settings.
Gotta take a seat, gotta let me breathe.
Versus a higher setting.
Gotta take a seat, gotta let me.
Really feedbacking. If you pull this way up, you'll clip out.
Gotta take a seat.
Because it's just going to keep going and going and going. Then up here we have a mod setting, and this is modulation. Adds a little bit of movement to either your slap or even your reverb. Over here as well. Let me put this up a bit. See about there.
Gotta take a seat, gotta let me breathe. Come on. You know it's no use.
You really hear that modulation in there. Just a little bit of modulation goes a long way on this stuff here. So then we have our routing for the slap. We can route that to the plate. We can route it to just the plate. We can route it to the plate and the output, or we could route it to just the output. And since we have routing options in here for different things, we can adjust and compensate right here with the overall level that we're sending to each of those. So if I just route it to just the plate, of course I have to pull the reverb in here.
Gotta take a seat, gotta let me breathe. Come on. You know it's no.
This is like serial routing here. We turn this feedback up a bit right there. Now I'll route it to just the output.
Gotta take a seat, gotta let me breathe. Come on.
It's more like parallel routing.
You know it's no use trying to.
And if you think of serial, it's like, think of it like having a delay before reverb, okay? Then we can also route it to the plate and the output, or route the delay to the reverb and to the output.
Gotta take a seat, gotta let me breathe. Come on.
Again, compensate with the overall amount for each of those routing settings right there. Now, one of those has to be on. You can't have both of them off, so one of them has to be on. I just want the output on. So then we'll head over to the plate. A lot of ways to get to it. Just select basically anything that has to do with the plate. It will send us over to the reverb there. Up here, of course, more modulation. We already saw that. We have a pre-delay for the reverb here. So the pre-delay is how much time goes by before the reverb essentially comes on. Think of it like that. Okay. So I pull it way high like this. Just pull the mix up here.
Gotta take a seat.
He comes in singing first, and then the reverb comes on, versus having this much, much lower.
Gotta take a seat.
And it's immediately on there. A little bit of pre-delay just to give me some clarity. Not a whole lot. Reverb time, that's pretty simple. Short reverb here.
Gotta take a seat, gotta let me breathe.
Versus a longer reverb.
Gotta take a seat, gotta let me breathe.
All right. Then we have the RT low and the RT high. So reverb time low and then the reverb time high. And this is, of course, based on the overall reverb time setting. So we can have that times 1, maybe 0.25 or times 4. So an example of that is if we listen to the reverb right now, pull the reverb time down a bit.
Gotta take a seat, gotta let me breathe. Come on.
So if you listen to the low end of that reverb, it's of course at 4.1 seconds. But if I want to pull that down, damp it down, I can choose this setting, so 0.25.
Gotta take a seat, gotta let me breathe.
Now there's not that low reverb, that low end isn't sort of reverberating out as long. And we can do the same thing to the top end. Let's do a times 4 on this. But first, listen to it one more time here. Let's come up here maybe.
With silence, you've been hopping cities all the time.
Let's go ahead and take this up to times 4 for the top end.
With silence, you've been hopping cities all the time.
Hear that top end now? So again, you can sort of construct your reverb a little bit using these settings down here as well. Now we have mutes over here, so you can mute things here. You can mute or solo things right here. Pretty simple stuff. Then you have your high pass and your low pass. And if let's just pull this all up to about 100% wet here for this reverb. Just solo just the reverb. And again, listen to this here. So if I want to sort of pull out some of that low end or some noise, I can use my high pass right there. And then constrain the top end with our low pass right here. So I just want more low end on that. So again, shape your reverb and shape your delay. If you don't want the delays going on too much in the top end, pull them down here. Or if that low end is getting too muddy, you can really constrain things with your high pass filter. Make things a little less muddy, a little less booming overall. Now up here, you're gonna have some presets, so check those out. Of course, your overall output for each of those here, and then the overall output for the plugin right there, and then your dry wet mix right there. So that's basically everything you need to know to use this this plugin. Let's come up here. Let's just say some sort of a vocal 1.
Gotta take a seat, gotta let me breathe.
Works pretty good.
Come on.
Bypass it.
You know it's no use trying to write what feels so wrong.
Sounds pretty good right out of the box there. Go to, say, the arena.
Gotta take a seat, gotta let me breathe. Come on.
Of course, much more surrounding overall. Set things up for yourself. Dial things in. For this track here, I like my delay somewhere around 350 or so. A little more feedback to the output. I actually like this on 15 a little bit better. Add a little bit of modulation. By the way, we can also use our mouse wheel to just scroll on all of this stuff. That looks like a pretty good setting overall. A little more there maybe. On the plate. A little too much on the pre-delay. Slight bit of modulation. A little too long there. And I like this top end up.
Gotta take a seat, gotta let me breathe. Come on.
A little less on the low.
It's no use trying to write what feels so wrong.
A little less on the mix. Okay.
I've been making do with silence. You've been hopping cities all the time. Who knows where you're hiding? Gotta say, this feels like the end.
There we go. Pretty cool. So real quick, we'll just check it out here on guitar. right, so that is your CLA Ecosphere plugin, absolutely free for Black Friday. Once again, head right over here. Link will be in the description below. Pick it up while it is still free. That is CLA Ecosphere from Waves.